Very much for rejoining in this auditorium. I hope we will get a more useful. I think the three session, the previously is this good presentation and also good exercise, and I hope for the last it is. In the last session, there will be more, if I may say it is more powerful. I mean, how to plan the activities will be more useful, but okay, let's see. So, Professor Chan, are you ready?
Okay, ready when you are.
Okay, it is just for a ceremonial. Please open the session.
Okay, dear all audience, thank you and welcome back to the event of public lecture this afternoon. Good afternoon, Professor Chan. Thank you for staying with us here today, and this session will also be led by our moderator, Bapak Dr. Tri Kuntoro Priambodo, MSc. Dan tidak perlu berlama-lama lagi, Bapak, kami persilahkan.
Okay, terima kasih. Thank you very much. Again, good afternoon. Thank you very much for rejoining in this auditorium. So I hope you still have enthusiasm to listening and learning. I hope it's just not listening, but also understanding, learning, and I hope you can practicing to be success in doing the PhD or master in Sekolah Pascasarjana Universitas Gadjah Mada. Okay, Professor Chan, this is your time for the last session. It will be 1 hour last. Okay, time is yours.
All right. Thank you very much, Kuntaro, and MC those who gave me always a very good introduction and warm welcome. So, well, this is the last slot, but last but not least, we always save the best for last, right? So hopefully I won't disappoint you in the final hour, the last slot that we have here. I hope that I can share with you something that is not just interesting, but useful for you to realize your potential, especially in your studies, yeah? Okay, so the last slot here we have for today is what we call the mind reality. Right, it all culminates from the slot 1, 2, 3. We come down to this. In the morning, we learned about the basics of how our brain functions. So now we know a little bit about why we react and how we respond. All right, and then we move on to look at why we need to take time out to pause, right? To pause and to recoup and reorganize, to prioritize what we need to do in our lives, in our studies. Next, before the lunch break, we went into how to create a power. We learned how to receive some tips on how to create a plan for ourselves that is workable, feasible, and effective, right? Finally, we come to this, the mind reality. And we hope that this will be a slot that opens up your eyes and also your heart as to what you can achieve if we begin to harness the mind power that you have. Now, we always hear about this word perception. And then perception is not necessarily the reality. Even salt can look like sugar. So anak-anak semua, kalau kita tengok gambar foto ni, adakah ini gula atau adakah ini garam? Atau benda lain? Kita tak tahu kan?
Tak tahu.
Kita tak pasti. Ya, kita tak tahu dan kita tak pasti. So that is perception, right? What we can see with our eyes, even if we can touch it, we may not necessarily know whether it's sugar or salt. But until we put it in our mouth and taste it, then maybe we can differentiate by that. But just by looking at the picture, which is in a lot of things is very visual, especially today we are very, very socially connected. We are very, very much depending on virtual reality. So our eyes are deceiving sometimes. Okay? I apologize first for those who are fasting. That includes myself. So this is not to entice you, bukan nak menggoda ya, nak makan ke apa. This is just a test to prove to us about my reality. Now, if you look at this picture, the Chinese New Year has just passed. This is oranges, right? Kalau tengok gambar ni, ada terasa apa-apa berlaku tak pada diri tu? Anyone? Do you feel anything looking at this picture?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel
Maybe
sour in my mouth.
yeah, feel sour. But Dr. Chigantaro doesn't have the orange in front of you, right? You don't have it, but you can feel. I can feel it too. I'm the speaker. I can also feel like, oh, there's a movement in my mouth. There's saliva coming out. Let's take a look at the next one. Oh, this is even more sour.
Yes.
Yeah. So now maybe we feel I have to swallow my saliva. Oh, I don't have the lemon in my hand. I don't have the lemon in my mouth, but I can literally feel my reaction. I don't feel sour actually. Right? I don't taste sour, but the reaction is here. I can feel myself salivating. In my mind, I can start thinking it's so sour, it's so sour. Right? We go to the next level. Well,
Wow.
in Malaysia, we call jeruk. In Indonesia, do you call this jeruk as well? Pickles?
Yes.
Yeah, so jeruk. Take a look at this. I think it's very difficult to resist this now, right? You see, do you have the jeruk in front of you? No. Do you have it in your mouth? No. Tak dapat di depan mata, tak ada di dalam tangan, tiada dalam mulut. Dia sekali ditelan. Jadi macam mana kita boleh rasa terkeluar-keluar air dia, terasa masam, amat masam, terasa manis. Kalau yang suka makan jeruk mungkin terasa, oh sedapnya. Kalau yang tak suka jeruk, tak suka masam, oh masamnya. Sedangkan we don't have it. Right. So where is this picture? Where is this reality? The reality in the real world is, it is not with us, it's just a picture, it's there, it doesn't have taste, no smell, no nothing. But in our mind, the reality is that it has got texture, it is moist, it has got a smell, it is sourish, it has got a taste, it is very, very sour. You see? So that is my reality. That is a proof to us how powerful our mind is. We don't need to have the thing in our hand. We don't need to be in a place. We don't need to be holding something in our hand in order to believe that that is real. Alright? So this is to explain how we actually see the world. That is our perception. Now, we start with reality out there. All these things that are in actual existence, what we can see, what we can touch, what we can hear. So how do we receive all these stimulants out there? Alright? Via all our main organs of detection. So what are they? We have our sense of smell through our nose. We have our sense of touch. We have our sense of taste, our taste buds on our tongue. We have our ears to listen. We have the hearing sensation. We have eyes to see. Right? So God has given us 5 deria utama ni. 5. So dengan 5 deria utama ni, mereka menjadi receptor, penerima. Kan? Menerima segala-gala information, segala data, segala maklumat yang datang dari luar. Betul? Dan maklumat ni bila datang ke kita, macam mana kita tahu dia rasa masam, dia bau tak enak, dia sedap mata memandang, suara yang merdu. Mana kita tahu? Sebab benda ni akan masuk ke dalam minda kita. Betul? Dan minda kita akan menghasilkan persepsi. That is what we call perception. Right? However, as the pictures showed us just now, it depends on how we interpret. Bergantung kepada macam mana kita memberi makna kepada sesuatu rangsangan dari luar tu, maka itulah reality, itulah persepsi yang ada dalam minda kita. Dengan arti kata lain, persepsi yang kita adakan untuk sesuatu rangsangan tu bergantung kepada internal. Apa benda internal? Experience. Pengalaman kita yang dulu, memories, kita punya ingatan. Prior knowledge, ilmu-ilmu yang kita ada, The way we are wired, secara naturalnya, DNA-nya, saya suka masam. Family saya semua suka masam contohnya. So saya pun suka masam. So the way I'm wired. Orang selalu kata the way we are wired, the way we are made. So basically, maklumat-maklumat semua yang kita dapat ni akan melalui filter-filter. Right? Sebelum boleh dijadikan maklumat yang kita nak terima, dia ditapis. Ditapis dengan apa? Memori, ilmu yang sedia ada, pengalaman yang dulu, sama ada suka atau duka, dan pelbagai lagi yang sedia ada dalam minda kita. So, apabila dah menjadi realiti dalam minda kita, sebenarnya realiti itu bukan lagi realiti kat luar ni. Dia adalah realiti yang kita dah distort, delete or generalize. Logic? Distort. We see something, sebenar-benarnya bukan macam tu, tapi bagi kita ialah macam tu. Kalau orang biasa-biasa, kita kata miscommunication, betul? Or we delete. We don't like to see that, so kita delete. Tak ada, dia tak ada cakap macam tu. Tak ada pen tu atas meja tu. Or we generalize. So orang buat hal tu, kita kata satu, kawasan tu semua macam tu. So orang, katakan dalam satu kampung tu, ada seorang kehilangan barang. Maka maksudnya ada pencuri lah kan. Kita pun labelkan kampung tu kampung pencuri. Semua kat kampung tu semua pencuri. Oh, macam mana we jadi macam tu? We generalize. Kita menjadikan umum. Realiti itu adalah umum bagi kita dalam minda kita. Sebenarnya, realiti di dunia, realiti sebenarnya ialah seorang dia yang menjadi pencuri. Tapi itulah yang kita buat kan? Itu yang kita buat. Dan apa akibatnya? Akibatnya ialah we will have our response. We will respond according to reality. Which reality? The reality that is in our mind, that is our perception. Bukan reality yang sebenarnya. Realitinya adalah di dalam minda kita. Make sense? Isn't that what we do? Look at this example. Satu diri di sebelah kiri A, seorang diri di sebelah kanan B. Lihat pada objek yang sama. Orang yang sebelah A ni kata itu nombor 6. Is number 6. Salah? Tak salah kan? Orang yang sebelah kanan B, dia kata itu nombor 9. Is number 9. Dia pun tak salah. Dua-dua pun betul. Jadi apa realitinya kat sini? What is the reality? The reality in the real world is that this is an object. It's an object. But what is this object? What is the meaning of this object? Like this Mr. A says it's number 6. Because from his perspective, from his understanding, this is number 6. As for Mr. B, from his perspective, daripada sudut pandangan dia, daripada pemahaman dia, ini adalah nombor 9. Another example. Mr. A says these are 4 sticks. Cuba kita kira daripada pandangan Mr. A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Betul. 4 batang kayu. Mr. B kata dia 3 je. Cuba kita kira. Cuba kita pandang daripada sudut Mr. B. 1, 2, 3. Betul juga. Jadi siapa betul siapa salah? Realitinya, inilah objeknya. Ada kayu-kayu atas lantai. Mr. A pandang dari sudut pandangannya ada 4 batang. Mr. B pandang dari sudut pandangannya ada 3 batang. So masing-masing ada persepsi masing-masing. Masing-masing ada reality minda masing-masing. Alright? So in other words kan, my dear student, what we perceive is the reality for us. Full stop. Apa yang kita fikirkan, apa yang kita percaya itu dalam minda kita, itulah hakikat. Itulah realiti bagi diri kita. Sebab itu, dia sangat-sangat individu. Dia bersifat individu. Seorang aja. Masing-masing ada interpretasi masing-masing. Masing-masing ada pengalaman masing-masing. Masing-masing ada memori masing-masing. Sebab itu, makna yang diberikan pada sesuatu objek, sesuatu kejadian, sesuatu peristiwa di luar sana adalah berbeza-beza. Okay? So we go more personal now. We go more personal. People may say that you're aggressive. But I say, no, I'm not aggressive. I'm just steadfast in an approach. I am determined. When I decide to do something, I stay on course. I steadfast. Saya berpegang pada prinsip. Tapi orang kata I aggressive. Orang mungkin kata I impulsive, tapi sebenarnya I decisive. I buat keputusan, I tetap dengan keputusan saya. Orang kata you are impatient, you sangat tak sabar. Bagi saya tak, I bukan tak sabar. I cuma pantas ambil tindakan. I quick to move forward. Similarly, if you say, awak ni hyperactive, tak boleh berhenti, tak boleh duduk diam. Tapi saya tak rasa saya hyperactive. Saya cuma sentiasa excited by everything. I'm exhilarated, I'm excited to learn, I'm excited to know something. Sama juga, orang kata degil lah awak ni, degil. Stubborn like an ox. Lembu pun kalah. Tak ada lah, mana saya ada degil, tak degil. Cuma saya yakin. Bila saya yakin dengan suatu keputusan, saya teruskan nampak. Jadi dari sini kita nampak, sebelah kiri ni ialah macam mana orang mungkin pandang kita. Sebelah kanan ni ialah macam mana kita pandang diri kita. Ini adalah realiti kepada diri kita. Ini adalah realiti pasal diri kita daripada sudut pandangan orang lain. Mana satu betul, mana satu salah. Tiada betul, tiada salah. So dalam keadaan macam ni, my dear students, we will probably want to think that, moderation is the key. Kan? Moderation. Ambil jalan tengah kan. Jangan keterlaluan. Kalau kawan-kawan tegur, awak ni macam keras kepala lah. So, macam mana yang saya keras kepala? Mungkin kawan akan terangkan. Macam ni kadang-kadang orang punya pendapat dia tak nak terima. Kalau dalam mesyuarat, kalau perbincangan kenalah terima juga apa orang lain nak cakap kan. Contohnya lah. So kita pun sedar, kita pun ambil iktibar, kita pun semak diri, muhasabah diri lah kan. Dan cuba tambah baik. So lain kali, saya cuba kurangkan sikit. Kurangkan sikit ketetapan saya. Biar orang lain juga berpeluang bercakap. Biar orang lain juga berkongsi idea dia. Biar semua orang suarakan idea, barulah kita tengok apa cara yang terbaik. Kan? Dan bukannya berkeras dengan pendirian kita. Kalau tidak, orang akan anggap kita sangat degil, sangat keras. Sedangkan kita rasa kita cuma nak cepat bergerak ke depan, cepat dapat solusinya. Okay? Alright. So, the gist of it is that, my dear students, it is not who you are, then who you back. Saya pendek, manalah namanya bola keranjang. Contoh, saya tak pandai matematik, macam mana saya nak lulus ni? Inggeris saya tak baik, saya tak pandai berbahasa Inggeris, macam mana nak tulis di sini? Semua ni ada di mana? Adakah itu realiti? Bukan. Itu semua adalah dalam minda kita. It is who you think you are not that is holding you back. I'm not clever. I'm not smart. I'm no good in English. I'm not as clever as my friend. I'm no good in mathematics. I did badly. Remember in school, I did badly in physics. How can I do well in soil mechanics now? So it's we, ourselves, who think that we are tiny. So you are this little kitten here. A cat and the lion are from the same family. Yeah? So you can be looking at yourself and see a lion in yourself, or do you want to see a little mouse in yourself? Tak sama species, tak sama family pun. Nampak tak? Sedangkan you adalah anak kucing yang besok hari akan jadi kucing yang gagah. Kenapa pula dia satu family dengan lion, the king of the jungle? Kenapa pula nak jadikan diri tu, saya tak pandai, saya tak kuat, saya lemah, saya tak boleh, tak bisa, semua pun tak bisa. Dah jadi macam tikus pula. Tak mau macam tu. Well, cute, mungkin cute tikus tu, but that is not what your potential is having there for you. Your gift, your talent. Talent, bakat yang ada, potensi yang ada dalam diri itu lebih daripada itu. So selagi kita fikir kita ni kecil, lemah, tak guna, tak pandai, tak mampu, tak bisa, makin fikir makin kecil, makin fikir makin kecil. Lama-lama anak kucing menjadi tikus. Itu masalahnya. So you see in our case, right up to this point kan, what I'm trying to convey to you is that you got to change the way you look at yourself. The way you look at other things, outside things, is okay. You can slowly change. But the first to change is yourself. How you look at yourself. Saya tak cantik, saya tak handsome, saya gemuk, saya tak lawa, saya tak ni, saya tak tu. Semua pun tak bagus, semua negatif. Kalau hari-hari kita cakap macam tu kat diri kita, manakah nak jadi handsome, manakah nak jadi cantik, manakah nak jadi pandai, manakah nak jadi kuat, dan sebagainya. Right? So be very careful. Check ourselves on what we are telling ourselves. Yang dikatakan self-talk.
apa yang kita bicara dengan diri kita. Sebab yang kita sebut pada diri kita itulah yang akan menjadikan kita pada zahirnya. We can keep saying kan, I'm not clever, I'm not clever, I'm not clever, I'm not clever. Betul lah masuk kelas nanti, kuliah semua kita tak faham. Senang-senang assignment kita tak mampu buat sebab kita asyik cakap tak pandai. What did we say? We keep saying that, keep saying the same thing. Subconsciously, dia tenggelam lah dalam subconscious yang 95% tu. What happens? Malam bila nak tidur, dia naik semula. Saya memang tak pandai, memang tak pandai. Jadi daripada waktu nak tidur tu subconscious nak ulang kaji, nak keluarkan ilmu semua, dah dapatkan idea, dah tolong carikan solusi, dia ulang, saya tak pandai, saya tak pandai. Dia menjadi satu bebanan, menjadi satu penyekat penghalang. So in the end, bila bangun pagi, kita merasa letihnya. Another day, another lousy day, another horrible day, another day where I'm not clever, another day when I go to class and I cannot follow the lecture. Nampak tak? Betapa pentingnya apa kita sebut pada diri kita. Alright? On this note, izinkan saya kongsikan satu cerita lah. Ini kisah benar. Alright? Ini kisah benar yang satu kajian yang survey yang simple aja yang dijalankan oleh seorang pensyarah di UTHM. Beliau telah kumpulkan pelajar-pelajar dalam kelasnya. Kumpulan ni adalah yang cemerlang keputusannya. Cemerlang, results very good. Kumpulan ni ialah yang tak begitu bagus. Senang cerita, selepas ujian, kumpulan ni dapat A+. Kumpulan ni dapat C and D. Jadi, diasingkan dua kumpulan, dosen ni pergi interview. Dia pergi interview pelajar yang dapat A ni. Dia tanya pelajar-pelajar yang dapat A ni. So, macam mana dia boleh dapat A, result bagus, markah sangat tinggi kan? Apa yang dia selalu cakap pasal diri you? Budak-budak ni, pelajar-pelajar yang cemerlang ni, bagi tahu apa? Dia bagi tahu diri dia, sebelum dia nak study, dia selalu cakap, ini senang aja, ini kacang aja, ini saya boleh buat. Saya dah tanya senior kata ni senang je. Boleh buat, tak ada masalah. Ini ulang aja apa yang kita belajar semester lepas, sekarang kita upgrade sikit dia. Boleh je, tak ada masalah. Those are the things that they tell themselves. Alright? Similarly, the docent went to ask the other group yang dikatakan lemah, dapat C dan D tu. Apa yang you cakap pasal diri you ya, bila you study, pelajar-pelajar yang lemah ni, body language pun nampak dia lemah-lemah, terbongkok-bongkok, lemah tunduk aja, muka pun sedih je. Mereka jawab apa tau? Saya selalu kan, doktor, saya cakap macam ni kat diri saya. Susah ni subjek ni. Killer subjek. Killer. Subjek pembunuh. Semua senior kata susah. Tak ramai yang pass ni. Dapat B pun senyum dah. Jangan minta A lah. Susah. Memang susah. Dan saya lemah, doktor. Semester lepas subjek yang prerequisite, saya pun lemah. Saya dapat C. Macam mana sekarang dah dapat A? So, you bandingkan tak apa yang mereka perkatakan pada diri masing-masing? Kumpulan yang cemerlang, dia cakap benda yang positif aja. Dia motivate diri sendiri. Senang, boleh, saya boleh buat, saya mampu buat. Kumpulan yang lemah ni, yang dikatakan lemah ni, dia belum mula nak ulang kaji, dia pun dah sebut benda yang semua tak elok. Saya tak pandai, saya tak bisa, saya tak boleh, saya lemah. Orang lain pun cakap susah. Nampak tak? Yeah. So, this small survey shows us kan, it's not about the student bagus tak bagus. They are all about equal punya. Semua boleh masuk universiti, semua lebih kurang sama je tahap kognitif tu. The gifts, the talent, the bakat. Yang membezakan kemudian ialah apa? Ialah cara kita bercakap dengan diri kita. Cara kita bina realiti dalam minda kita. So, that is the story lah. So, be careful of that, my dear students. You have to sit down and think about this very carefully. So, on another note, bila kita cuba nak tukar persepsi pada diri kita, senang you cakap macam nak buat ni, senang. So now, let me try to share with you the last part of our sharing today on how we can change our perception, how we can change our mind reality. Now, to change our perception, one of the easiest way, one of the best way, one of the most effective way is to go down to gratitude. Gratitude. Now, it's not the joy that makes us grateful now. Kalau kita rasa sesuatu peristiwa kena menggembirakan, baru kita gembira. Sebenarnya, kalau kita faham macam mana kita interpretasikan realiti, sesuatu peristiwa boleh jadi menggembirakan, tetap tidak menggembirakan kita. Sebab kita anggap dia tidak menggembirakan. Sesuatu yang indah, bagus, baik, murni, tetap kita boleh rasa dia tak bagus, tak cantik, tak murni, tak baik langsung. Dengan minda kita menginterpretasikannya sedemikian. It is a gratitude that makes us joyful. Gratitude. Saya rasa English word gratitude tidak sehebat bahasa Melayu, iaitu syukur sebenarnya kan. So let me take you through a couple of stories. This is the story of a whole cake and a slice of cake. So there was this boy, a little boy, a birthday kan. Tadi diberikan satu kek, tapi bila kek tu sampai ke dia, dah kurang satu slice, dia meraung-raung, menangis teruk-teruk. Tak, kenapa? Dah hilang, ada lompong, ada satu gap, dah hilang satu slice. On the other side, the other boy who received one slice saja, makan dengan gembiranya. Happy sungguh. Sambil makan sambil terkekek-kekek ketawa. Kek yang sama, anak yang sama baik. Macam mana boleh jadi macam tu? Yang dapat satu kek penuh, kurang satu slice saja. Tapi dia fokus apa? Dia fokus pada gap ni. Dia fokus pada yang hilang. Dia tak nampak pada 90% yang dia ada tu. 10% gone, looking at that and cry and cry and cry. But the 90% that is there is not seen. Whereas the other boy has only 10% actually. But because that is the only thing he has, it becomes 100% for him. He focuses on that only. So it becomes a very, very happy thing. Why? Because he's grateful. Dia rasa bersyukur dapat juga ada sekeping kek. Tak ada dia nak fikir saya tak dapat satu kek lengkap. So it is about rasa syukur kan? Another story. When you look at this glass, my dear student, do you see it as half full or do you see it as half empty? Well, no right, no wrong, right? I can say it's half full. I can say it's half empty. Or I can say I see a glass in it. Oh, this is a very popular trick question thing that the interviewers like to test interviewees. So today we are not testing anybody anything. This is just a case of how do we see things in life, right? Dunia kan nama pun dunia. Dunia tak sempurna. Dunia banyak bincang. Dunia banyak godaan. Dunia banyak kelemahan. Dunia banyak yang mendukacitakan. Sama juga, dunia banyak yang indah, banyak yang cantik, banyak yang boleh menyukakan hati kita. Yang penting ialah apa yang kita nampak, macam mana kita nampak benda tu. Di mana? Bukan melalui mata, di dalam mata hati kita. Right? So, if we see the glass as half full, it's like syukur we have half a glass of water. If we see it as half empty, it's like, why am my glass not full? Similar like the other boy, where's the full cake? So, it's gratitude. It's gratitude. Always seeing what we call the silver lining. The silver lining. So the English have this saying, always find the silver lining in the dark clouds. So kita bayangkan ya, my dear student, kalau tengok ke langit, saya tak pasti Jogja hari ini cuaca macam mana. Kalau kat Malaysia memang mendung je sekarang. Tak nampak lah kepuk-kepuk awan macam tu, memang mendung. Jadi kalau lepas mendung, lepas hujan, selalu kita nampaklah kepulan awan dan matahari cuba nak tembusi. Bila matahari di sebalik awan cuba nak tembusi, kita akan dapati awan gelap tu ada lining, warna silver. That is what we call the silver lining, as you can see in this picture here. So, dia penuh dengan harapan. Kan? Dia satu gambaran yang penuh dengan harapan. Ya, dah hujan. Ya, dah ribut. Ya, semua dah basah. Ya, ada mungkin yang angin kencang dah rosakkan, dah robohkan. Tetapi sekarang hujan dah berhenti. Matahari tengah usaha nak bersinar. Tengah nak keluar semula matahari itu. Kecerahan, keceriaan semua tu tengah nak keluar. Dan sambil matahari tengah usaha ni nak keluar, nak tembusi awan-awan yang tebal tu, nampaklah kita harapan tu. Nampaklah kita the silver lining. So, life is the same thing, my dear students. Gratitude is like seeing the silver lining in the dark clouds after a storm. When we start to look at the silver lining, meaning that we don't focus on the dark clouds anymore. We don't. The storm is over. Betapa periknya, betapa gelapnya satu keadaan, betapa susahnya satu ujian, dia akan berlalu. Betul tak anak-anak semua? Cuba fikirkan, cuba ingatkan semula the last time you felt helpless, the last time you felt that it's a big issue, big problem you cannot resolve. Has it not passed? Macam kita sebut pagi tadi, sama ada kita jumpa solusi atau kita tak jumpa solusi, semua akan berlalu dengan masa. Kan? Semua akan berlalu dengan masa. Sebab itu, misteri kedua atau black box kedua, kotak hitam kedua daripada Tuhan adalah masa. Mungkin sebab itu turun satu surah khas untuk sebut pasal masa kan, kan dalam Quran. Jadi another of course amazing ciptaan masa. So masa akan berlalu. Masa akan membawa semua yang suka, semua yang duka pergi. Tiada yang kekal kat sini. Tiada. Sebab itu is important for us to not focus on the dark clouds, to not focus on the sadness, to not focus on the problems, thinking that that's the end of the world. Mini kiamat. Every problem is a mini kiamat. No, kiamat belum sampai lagi. Ada masa lagi untuk kita usaha untuk kumpul pahala. Belum sampai masa. Jangan kita kelam kabut dan mendatangkan pula mini-mini kiamat ni. Look at the bigger picture. If we don't look at dark clouds, we look at the bigger picture, we look at the sky, we will see that the dark clouds are disappearing. The sun is coming out. The silver linings are getting clearer and clearer. So looking at the big picture will help us to stay optimistic sebenarnya. So your next question to me most probably is, macam mana nak practice gratitude? Okay, saya tahu berasa bersyukur ni bagus, tapi macam mana nak meniru rasa syukur? Macam mana saya dah tak ingat apa yang nak berasa bersyukur sangat, apa benda yang happy sangat. Saya tengah down ni, saya tengah banyak masalah ni, apa yang happy sangat ni? So we will be surprised at the number of things that we can be grateful about actually. So antara cara-caranya, adalah cara-cara yang kita boleh amalkan untuk nak ingatkan diri ini, ingatkan diri kita tentang gratitude, tentang syukur ni adalah we write down. Write down every day. We have a gratitude book. Sediakan satu buku, ya. A gratitude book. Buku bersyukur. Write down 5 things every day that you are thankful for. Oh, pagi ni hampir-hampir nak lewat exam. Jujur, kawan kejutkan. Syukur. Pagi ni mak masakkan breakfast yang saya gemar. Syukur. Contohnya lah. Pagi ni hampir-hampir kena langgar dengan sepeda yang pecut tu. Jujur tak kena syukur. Kalau tak, entah dah cedera, dah patah kaki dah. Write down. 2, brainstorm. Brainstorming session. How the circumstances can lead to new opportunities. You can probably do with a friend, a good friend. So kita brainstorm. Tiap hari kita spend 5 minit aja. Ini berlaku ni. Ini macam isu ni. Tapi cuba kita fikir. Isu ni boleh tak menjadi sesuatu yang elok? Boleh tak dijadikan sesuatu yang buka peluang yang baharu, buka peluang yang positif? So you brainstorm with each other and you come with ideas. So this is not such a bad thing anymore. Remember we did this exercise, the second slot, about writing down our problems. Our problems. And then from the problems we realize that, tak adalah besar sangat. It's an opportunity for me to improve. And by writing down the problems, writing down the circumstances, it actually helps us to prioritize. When we start to prioritize, it helps us to do what? To start to plan. To resolve the problem. So it is not unresolvable. It can be done, kan? Last but not least, ambil masa sedikit tiap hari. You can say meditation, you can say muhasabah diri, you can say waktu untuk buat refleksi diri. Apa-apa term, it doesn't matter. The point is, sit down on your own and think. Think just 5 minutes carefully. What has happened to me today? Alright? What are the so-called bad things? What are the bad things? What are the good things? Then you realize that there are no bad things. Because all the bad things happen for a good reason, just like all the good things happen for a good reason. Senang you cakap tak berlaku kat you? Yes, senang I cakap. Sebab bila saya sebut anak-anak, saya pun ingatkan diri saya. Saya pun manusia like you. Saya pun tak ada halo, tak ada wings, I no angel. I pun ada perasaan. I also have good days, bad days. I also have suka, I also have duka. But the thing is, we all experience the same things, right, in life, just under different circumstances, in different situations, but we all have to go through it. What did we say? Selagi ada nafas, selagi ada nyawa, maka selagi itulah kita perlu berusaha. Selagi itu. We don't have much of a choice anyway. Dunia ni adalah tempat ujian. Dah dimaklumkan pun. So what do we expect? Sitting down here doing nothing? Happy every day? No. Of course, there are times that we are down and then we need to pick ourselves up. So there's no bad times actually. All are good. All are good. So having said that, boleh tak sekarang saya minta anak-anak semua, you use like 3-5 minutes now ya, dalam kertas depan you tu, you tuliskan. Tuliskan the things that you feel grateful for. So I said, saya tak tahu apa saya grateful, apa yang nak syukur sangat ni. Well, maybe we can try by looking at yourself, looking at your own body. Syukur, I'm still breathing. Syukur. COVID ni ada kawan-kawan kita, teman-teman kita yang dah ada masalah respirasi kan. Bernafas pun tak boleh dah. Kena pakai respirator. Ataupun jalan naik tangga pun dah bercungak. Kan syukur masih boleh bernafas dengan normal, dengan lancar. Syukur apa? I just had my lunch. Bagi those who are not fasting. Syukur I'm still eating happily. I can still eat what I like to eat. Satu penyakit, kalau saya ada penyakit, contohnya kalau saya sakit buah pinggang, kena dialisis 3 kali seminggu, saya tak boleh minum banyak air. Dahaga, haus pun tak boleh minum. Makanan pun kena jaga. Syukur apa? I can walk. I can still go anywhere I like. Saya tak ingat nak pergi ke warung, nak beli apa nama tu, tempe goreng. Boleh je jalan pergi beli. Tak ada masalah. Boleh. Bisa buat. Jadi the legs are still functioning. You still have faculties. You still can do what you want. Syukur. So we start from there. Then we expand to those around you. Your loved ones, are they alright? Maybe my mom was not well. My dad went for surgery last week. Exactly today, last Thursday. Syukur. He is recovering very well. Syukur. He is already 76. So, going for surgery is always very worrying. So syukur. But recovering well. Alright. So your friends, your teachers even. So one thing kan anak-anak, izinkan saya untuk ingatkan. Kita tengah mengejar ilmu, menuntut ilmu. Our teachers, dosen kita, our supervisors, our teachers kan. When you say a prayer for yourself, doa diri, berikanlah saya kekuatan, berikan saya terang hati. Don't forget to pray for your teacher. Don't forget to pray for your supervisor as well. So your supervisor is also manusia like you, also need your doa. Doa that they are patient with you. Please let my supervisor be patient with me. Please let my supervisor be terang hati. So he or she can guide me, can teach me a lot. Kena doakan juga. Please let my supervisor be healthy as well. Healthy and sejahtera. So that he or she can have time and energy to guide me. Sometimes we forget as students, we only doa for ourselves. We forgot that we need to pray for our teacher, for our supervisors as well. If they are not well, if they are not sejahtera, how can they teach us well? How can they guide us well? Maybe they become moody, and then because they are moody, we feel upset. So you see, don't be selfish with our doa. What did I say? When we say a doa for someone, the malaikas, the angel will say the prayer for us. That is don't know how many 100 times more powerful than our doa actually. So one more time, we say a doa for somebody, the malaikas, the angels say the doa for us, the malaikas, plural. How powerful that is. So there's no need for us to be selfish, to be kedekut with our doa. Say our doa for other people, our family, our friends, our teachers, strangers. We see somebody out there who is having a hard time, say a prayer for the person. Moga, may God make ease for that person. We see a little kitten, broken a leg. We can't take the kitten home, but we say a prayer for the kitten. May the kitten find someone to take care of her. Be kind, be good. Right? Manusia fitnahnya baik kan? Fitnahnya baik. But along the way, we forget kan? Alright. So much for gratefulness. Please, mungkin mohon Dr. Tringatoro to help me explain one more time in bahasa Indonesia so that the students understand what they need to do. Doctor, over to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Chan. Okay, saya diminta untuk menjelaskan. Jadi ini latihan slide terakhir ini tentang bagaimana kita bersyukur. Oleh karena itu, tolong tuliskan hal-hal yang membuat kita bersyukur. Misalkan ketika kita melihat tubuh kita, bersyukur kita masih bisa bernapas, bersyukur kita masih bisa makan dengan enak, bersyukur kita diberi kesempatan duduk di ruang ini dari pagi sampai siang mendengarkan penjelasan dari Profesor Chan, kemudian juga bersyukur hal-hal yang membuat kita itu merasa lebih baik, lebih nyaman. Jadi kalau melihat setback slide yang sudah dipresentasikan, jadi kita jangan sampai bersedih karena kehilangan sebagian, tapi lebih baik bersyukur karena kita masih mempunyai. Jadi itu digambarkan tadi dengan ini gelas setengah kosong, apa setengah isi. Cara pandang itu akan menentukan persepsi kita dan bagaimana kita bersyukur. Jadi kalau sebuah gelas ini isinya seperti ini, ketika kita mengatakan tinggal separuh atau separuh isi, separuh kosong, itu berarti kita melihat yang tidak ada. Tapi kalau kita mengatakan ini separuh isi, kita berpikiran positif, ini masih, jadi kita masih bisa mensyukuri ini masih ada, jadi kita masih bisa minum. Oke, barangkali itu yang dimaksud, sehingga silakan di dalam waktu 3 menit dituliskan bagaimana Anda melihat hal-hal yang layak dan patut disyukuri, sehingga itu akan memberikan persepsi yang membuat kita merasa bersyukur dan berterima kasih. Dipersilahkan 3 menit waktunya dari sekarang.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome. Oke, saya kira 3 menit sudah cukup ya. Eh, semua siapa yang sudah selesai dan mungkin bisa di-share, silahkan satu. Nanti tolong disebutkan nama dan prodinya ya Mbak. Oke, satu. Ada lagi yang lain? Isi satu sudah. Dari tadi nggak ada ya yang suara cowok ya? Atau cowok merasa malu? Atau mungkin saya tunjuk aja ya, paling pojok ya. Oke, jadi ada 2. Di sini satu lagi. Oke, terima kasih. Paling ujung. Ada 3. Prof Chan, here is 3 student will share, like to share the note about the gratitude.
Sure.
Dipersilakan. Mungkin ngantri mendekat, Mas.
Okay. Thanks for Prof. Chan
Ming.
Chi Bings and everyone. My name is Sylvia Herlina from Penyuluhan dan Komunikasi Pembangunan. Okay, I will recite my gratitude list. Honestly, so much thing that I receive from Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Since I was born and until now, I think so much that gratitude things that I receive from Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. But today, I'm standing here. I just want to mention 2 things that I feel gratitude the most. The first thing is I'm grateful that I still breathing until now, because every time I woke up in the morning, I always remember that how grateful I am because Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala still give me chance for me to be a better person of myself. I think that is the best thing that things that Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala give for me. And the second is I'm grateful that I still can look my parents smile because I think not everyone can see their parents until now. So I always think that Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala still give me chance for me make my parents proud of me. That's all.
Thank you. Next, please.
Okay, thanks for time to me. Hello, Professor Dr. Chan. And here I want to share my gratitude. Maybe if I share for my gratitude, not enough time because many gratitude. But I want to resume maybe at 3 point, just 3 point. The first. I'm grateful because I'm given health, so maybe until now I can still eat gorengan. One example. And number 2, I got another chance to learn again in SPS UGM because maybe I'm graduate from Sarjana 14 years ago, so long I'm not learn again, and I think this is a chance to me to learn again in SPS UGM. And number 3, I have family with 3 child, so maybe another person have not had the same opportunity yet, so maybe that is my grateful. So maybe just 3 point. Sorry, maybe my English not good. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. The third,
I'm
please.
sorry, I'm Aji from MMPT. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. Good afternoon, Prof. Chang. My name is Anna from Interreligious Studies, University of Gajah Mada. Okay, first of all, I would like to thank you because I take a lot of notes, like 8 pages notes since this morning, a lot of insightful information. And the last session you delivered is remind me a lot of my Vipassana classes. Like a lot of the idea was very similar about the Vipassana idea, if you ever heard about that. So I would like to share my grateful. The first is on my 40 years old, I'm so grateful I can maintain my sanity. And the second is I'm so grateful because I can take my PhD at school with scholarship. And the third is I'm so grateful because this morning before this class I can have a little deep conversation with my classmate, Mbak Ima. She's there. Thank you very much. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you. Okay, Prof. Chan, please give your comment about all of students who.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gentaro,
Okay,
and thank you much for three students who stood up and shared with us the things that they are grateful for. And it is very personal. We hear about parents, about family, about friends. So one thing I noticed, my dear students, that it is not difficult, right? It is not difficult for us to want to list down the things that make us feel grateful for. This is just the beginning. Baru 3 perkara kita tulis, ada banyak lagi kita tulis, satu kertas pun tak cukup nak isikan ni sebenarnya. Berbanding dengan masalah kita, betul? Berbanding apa kita tadi, bila kita cuba tuliskan masalah, beberapa je habis, mungkin 10 habis lah, dia berkait-kait punya sebenarnya. Daripada studi kita, dia berkait dengan studi kita, cari data, cari bahan, masa, due date, dan pergi balik di situ aja. Tetapi kalau kita nak cari benda yang kita bersyukur terhadap, banyak sangat. Kan banyak sangat sebenarnya. I'm sure you start looking at this, you can go on and on and on, the whole afternoon you keep writing it. Alright? So, it goes on to show kan, anak-anak semua, it goes on to show that we are sometimes apa orang kata, terlupa sebenarnya kan, terlupa. We get carried away by the work, by our career, by our study, by our assignments, our projects, our research. We get carried away. Then we forget. We forget what is more important, or rather what is most important in our lives. If you listen to what your friends shared with you just now, parents, family, friends. So I would like to conclude this final slot as you will notice that it is important for us as human beings to have a close circle of people who will always support us regardless. Close circle. So it could be your family. Of course, family includes your parents. If you're married, then your spouse, your children, and also your friends. Right, as well as friends. Everyone needs someone. Everyone needs everyone actually, because we are social. We are social creatures. We are not created as one. All right, not just one. Remember, when God created Adam, God created a partner for him, Hawa. And even God created man as two, bukan satu aja. So no man is an island, kan? We need each other. So make sure that you have that, so that it is not, it doesn't feel very hard when it comes to the end of it. All right. So that we have come to the end of slot 4. Allow me, just very quickly, in a single slide, I would like to basically to wrap up what we have talked about the whole day, so that you can go away with a small reminder, I would like to think it that way, of what we have been sharing here. Okay? Just a minute. Okay, waktu ni dia nak putar-putar ya. Waktu ni dia nak restart. Okay, while he's doing it, I'll just talk you through it now, yeah? So, what we have done today, essentially, is about, at the very beginning, we went through, forget about it, please.
Okay, see if it's there. Yeah. So just take you through what we've gone through today. Yeah. So in the morning, the first session, we talk about knowing our brain. So now that you know which part is which, we know the left and right, and we know the amygdala, we know the prefrontal lobe. The gist of it, if you can point out to it, is that we learn, now that we understand how our brain works, slow down a bit. Right? Slow down a bit. Don't let the amygdala be hyperactive. All right. Let our prefrontal lobe, let our subconscious be more activated. So be less reactive, be more proactive there. And secondly, we came on to learning to pause, to muhasabah diri. Take a break, take a break. Especially when we feel that we are very kusut. Kita rasa stress dan kusut, masa tu lah kena pause. Bukan teruskan perjalanan. Why? Because everybody needs a break. Everybody needs a rest for the long journey. Betul? If you don't believe me, you ask the top athletes in the world, tennis player ke, marathon runner ke, swimmer. The day before the big game, they rest. They don't do their sport. They don't. Because that's the time the body wants to recoup, the body wants to recover for the big game. All right. Number three, we talk about planning. So plan well, my dear student, plan well. Once you set out the plan, as we have shared, the little tips and tricks on how to do to create a power plan, you see that very easily you can pinpoint kepada benda-benda yang penting. Senang kita nak prioritize apa yang penting. And once you have that plan out, actually you are creating a guide for yourself. Panduan untuk diri sendiri. Apa panduan yang lagi baik daripada panduan yang kita buat untuk diri sendiri. So buatlah the plan, ya. Last but not least, we talk about my reality. And now we learn that reality is not what is happening out there. Reality is what is being processed in here. Okay? And the most important thing about having understood this mind reality is that we got to start making conscious changes to ourselves. And to make these changes to ourselves, the way we see things in a different manner, to see things in a more positive manner, to see the silver lining, is to start by being grateful. When we have a heart of gratitude, then everything else will fall into place. Because feeling, everything else will fall into place. On condition, we start to feel grateful for all those things that we took it for granted. I can breathe, I take it for granted, I never think about it. I can eat, I take it for granted. My parents are healthy, I take it for granted. My siblings are alright, I take it for granted. My kids are healthy, I take it for granted. We take it for granted, so we never spend a thought to be thankful about it. Yeah. So we start by saying, there's so much I need to be thankful for. Then the change comes. Because then we realize that I need to better myself. Saya perlu jadikan dirinya lebih sehat, perlu jadikan dirinya lebih ceria, perlu jadikan dirinya lebih positif, lebih bertenaga, lebih bagus. Supaya apa? Supaya saya tidak kufur. Saya tidak kufur terhadap nikmat-nikmat yang telah diberikan tu. That's why the baseline is gratitude. That's why the power of gratitude cannot be underestimated. All right. So, having said that, my dear kids, if there's any more question or there's something you want to ask me whatsoever, you are most welcome to contact me via the email, or you can WhatsApp me if you want to. +60 is the Malaysian code, and that is my mobile number. You can always just WhatsApp me. I'll try my best to respond to you. No problem about that. Okay, I know we have a very limited time, so maybe you have something you want to ask, maybe shy, malu nak tanya, ataupun tak sempat nak tanya. If anything at all that I can be of help, please just let me know. So with that, syukur we have completed our 4 slots with despite the bit of stumbling at the beginning. So hopefully it has been a session that has been beneficial for you. It definitely has been beneficial for me. Many new things I learned here, new experience, new friends, new faces. And the experiences that you shared certainly that enrich my own memory, enrich my own experiences. So thank you very much. Take good care of yourself. All the best. Back to you, Dr. Tree. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, thank you very much, Professor Chan Chi-Ming. You have summarized and wrapped up all of your presentation, so I think I don't need to do so. But okay, at last, I'd like to invite Dr. Dina Ruslanjari to give a closing remark for this event, please. No problem, please. Ada mic mungkin Bu Dina, biar nggak naik.
Tapi nggak kelihatan kan, nggak punya ini. Hi, Prof. Chang. Thank you for all call. Thank you.
Hi there, Dr. Lina. Very good to see you again.
How are you now?
All right.
Very tired.
It's all right.
It's all
It's been a
right.
very fulfilling day. Yeah. Good one.
Okay. I hope you are not disappointed.
No,
But,
not at all. No. Thank you for organizing this program. It's been rather fun actually. May I just know how many students actually turn up in physical and also online? How many students there were?
how many students? 200. 200 in someone in the Zoom, the
Mhm.
Zoom, and many of maybe 100 in here.
So about 100 students. Wow.
Yeah,
That's great.
200.
Okay. Thank you.
I will to go UTHM.
Please come.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bu Dina, Dr. Dina. Professor Tan, it is my question actually. I'm wondering that if it is done in offline, so it is, I think it will be useful for the student, especially for the new students, so they can make a plan to finish their PhD in 3 years or master in 2 years. So do you think you can go to Jakarta if we invite you for the next session?
I will be most honored. I'll be most honored. As I said, Georgia is one of my favorite cities in the world. Actually, I've been to Georgia I think more than 5 times now, and it never failed to amaze me. The people and all. So yeah, actually this program was initially supposed to be physical, and it's supposed to be a 2-day program, and this is actually a quarter of it only. And as you can see, doing it online, there are some limitations on what we can do, like the exercises and all. But yeah, right, I'll be most honored to conduct this physically actually. And as I was telling Dr. Dina, the new policies from the ministry is that we need 3 months, 3 months in advance
Okay.
to inform the minister that we want to go abroad, even to Indonesia. So if that is if you would like to run the program physically, I said I'll be most honored, but please let me have at least 3 months advance to request for the permission to leave the country actually. Yeah, so that's the case. But thank you very much for the talk.
Okay, thank you very much. I think your presentation is very useful and also very fruitful. So on behalf of Graduate School, Gajah Mada University, I'd like to give you appreciation and also the thank you very much for all of your kind presentation and your patience following, because this, I think technological problems sometimes arise that the speech is not clear enough. Again, thank you very much. So I give the time to the announcer, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Chan. Thank you so much. Thank you for your presentation, for your speech today. And we're sorry that this event had to be ended. We hope that we can see you again in other event. Thank you. Dan hadirin Bapak Ibu yang kami hormati, di bagian tadi rangkaian acara public lecture dengan tema MindTech for Success in Your Studies Terima kasih atas kehadiran, perhatian, dan partisipasi dari Bapak Ibu rekan-rekan mahasiswa di atas penyelenggaraan public lecture yang diselenggarakan oleh Sekolah Pasca Sarjana UGM pada hari ini Kamis 16 Februari 2023.
Dear all audience, with this event of public lecture, MindTech for Success in Your Study is over. We do thank you for your participation today, and we hope you get many things to learn in today's event. Once again, we would like to say thank you to Prof. Chan. We do appreciate you taking time of your busy schedule to share some insight with us today. And that's all from us.
Namun sebelum acara berakhir, kita akan foto bersama dulu. Kami silakan untuk panitia untuk memandu foto.
Okay, Prof. Chan, I think we just a moment to take picture from the screen. So,
Sure. Thank you.
Mas, tolong di capture, oke? Dikasih tahu 1, 2, 3. Udah.
Oke, monggo. Baik. Untuk foto bersama, semua kamera bisa dinyalakan. Baik, 1, 2, 3. Ya, cukup.
Okay, thank you. I think it's the end of the session. So, Professor Chan, again, thank you very much from me, and you may leave the room. See you later.
Thank you very much. All right. So, thank you very much, everyone. Bye. Take good care.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Chan. Baik, Bapak Ibu hadirin, demikian acara kita hari ini. Akhir kata kami ucapkan wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sore dan salam sejahtera.
Selamat sore. Mungkin yang di ruang ini foto dulu ya. Di depan sini biar kelihatan.
Oke, baik.
Yang
untuk
di screen sudah difoto tadi ya. Terima kasih yang sudah foto. Ini
baik,
Bu Julia. Ke depan silahkan.
Ya, untuk seluruh peserta kami silakan untuk bisa maju ke depan. Kita akan foto bersama dulu. Kami silakan.
Di atas, di bawah, biar bareng. Monggo kita di sini sama di sana. Mundur saja Mbak, mundur. Ya biar. Nah, ada yang naik aja, monggo.
Silakan bisa juga di atas panggung. Ya.
Oh, ya,
Di samping Bapak Tri Kuntoro dan Ibu Dina Ruslanjari, kami silakan.
Silakan naik. Ya. Monggo. Kiri kanan, oke. Nah, kelihatan. Gak apa-apa. Nah. Gak kelihatan di depan gedung pusat.
Atau kalau berkenan mungkin yang bagian depan bisa jongkok, jadi bisa 2 saf yang di bawah, ya. Ada yang berdiri, ada yang jongkok, begitu.
Atau miring, ya mundur agak mundur lagi, mepet meja.
Dan yang bagian kanan kiri posisinya bisa miring ya.
Ke depan, ya. Tambah yang ke depan. Iya. Ya, di sebelah barat, oke, diisi. Oke, semua masuk. Itu yang satu yang paling, ada 2 yang paling ujung enggak? Iya. Masuk. Satu lagi, iya. Sip. It's okay. Nggak apa-apa. Yang di video. Ada
Samping
satu
kanan
kiri,
kiri
satu
ada yang
kanan masuk
jongkok
ke
di
dalam.
depan, silakan.
Iya. Nah,
Sebelah sana aja Mbak, karena ketutup meja. Mungkin Mbak yang jilbab hijau bisa ke sebelah barat.
kamera dulu. Sudah sampai tak keluar. Nah, ada lagi. Nah, oke. Handphone, ya siap, smile. Ya, gaya bebas. Bebasnya apa? Ya, oke. Terima kasih. Mas Latif kesini dulu biar lihat video, oh malah bubar. Oke, videonya sudah direkam. Nah, oke, dadah. Terima kasih. Sukses.